Hey everyone, it's Tristan here. At the time of recording this, I have just released the Tugs prequel, part 3. And sorry if I sound a bit tired. I fell asleep at midnight and I woke up at 3:30, and I've been up ever since just working on the episode, and now it's released. And I figured, hey, I might as well get this done with now. Then I'll take like a fucking long nap because I'm so fucking tired. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, so it's my 5th anniversary on YouTube. I joined April 28th, 2019. And for all the other years, I've just kind of made a video saying, wow, thanks so much, you guys. But I don't know, 5 years, half a decade, I wanted to do something a bit different. And just copy what Noah did for his anniversary. So Q&A this year, and I'm gonna do it right now. Answering your questions will be really fun, hopefully. I don't know, dive in head first, can't lose, let's go. The first question is from a friend of mine at school, Dr. Charity, his YouTube name is. And his question, the first question of the Q&A, so hopefully it's a good one. Do you think you'll have a girlfriend? The next question is from Dr. Bean, another friend of mine from school. And his question is, why did I choose Thomas the Train? And I don't know. Well, when I was 9, when I first started, I still did like Thomas. I was still a big fan. I am not a fan of Thomas now, however. Like, I still make Thomas videos because I get ideas in my head, I get stories. I come up with stories. And I use the Thomas toys to execute it, like, Bill's Mission, the Tugs movie. You know how they're all set with toys, they're not set on Sodor, because, I'm not really into the show, But yeah, when I first started, I chose Thomas because I really liked it, but now I'm more just using it as, because I have a lot of merch, and it's easier to, use. I have a lot of merch lying around, and it's a pretty easy way to execute it, and you can also use the idea of them being trains or tugs or cars to be a part of the story also. But yeah, point is, I chose Thomas when I was 9 to be like my main channel theme because I liked it. I do not like it much. I wouldn't say I don't like it, it's just I'm 14 now. So yeah, by the time I was 11, I kind of started to grow out of it a bit, Sometimes I still watch the movies, I watched Magic Railroad a few months ago. It was so bad, it was so funny, delicious garbage tier. I was fucking laughing my ass off, it was bad. It was bad, but in a funny way. But yeah, like I said, I chose it when I was 9 because I liked it. Now I more just use it as a way to execute my ideas. Yeah. Sorry if that pisses a lot of Thomas fans off, but, it's the truth. The next question is from the same guy who put the first question at the beginning. And because he is too stupid to figure out how to write a whole comment. Anyway, he asks, what is my favourite movie and why? I like a lot of movies. I guess my favourite ones at the end of the day are probably The Dark Knight, Arthur Christmas, Monsters, Inc., Guardians of the Galaxy, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Jurassic Park, Avengers Endgame, the Snyder Cut. I'm not really a big Zack Snyder fan, so, I'm saying a lot. I fucking hate Man of Steel. Watchmen kind of sucks too. But yeah, I'd say out of all of them, I'd have to say Guardians of the Galaxy is probably my favourite. It may not be the objective best, but I'd say it's probably my favourite out of all of them. You know, it's got everything a good movie needs. You know, it's a good soundtrack, good acting, it's funny, good characters, good climax, good action, you know. But I really can't think of much wrong with it, and I enjoy it every time I watch it. So yeah, as of now, probably Guardians of the Galaxy. And 2 years ago, I probably would have said Monsters, Inc. And I still really like it. It probably still is around the top of my movies list. Definitely my favourite Pixar movie. But probably not the best movie of all time anymore. Yeah. So yeah. The next question is again from Dr. Charity. Almost like he's a bit too stupid to write a full comment. Anyway, his question is, do I like the big American T? Yeah, boy! The next question is from Stuart Barclay 7940. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. And he asks, what is my favourite Thomas episode? I actually do have a favourite. I haven't watched it in a while, but I do have a favourite. It would probably be Toad Stands By. I'm pretty sure it's like season 4, I think. Yeah, around season 4. And yeah, I kind of thought of that around the time I did start YouTube. Like when I was younger, and honestly still now, but now I don't care as much. I was kind of a nerd, and I still am a nerd, but like I said, I don't care. Yeah, I got picked on quite a lot, and it was always so cool to me how Oliver, you know, kind of took down his bully. I thought that was really, really nice, really cool. It was really satisfying for me to watch, especially. I could relate to it quite a bit, except everyone's taller than me, so yeah. But yeah, I always thought that episode kind of resonated with me. I liked it the most out of all of them. So yeah, I'd say that's probably my favourite because of that reason. Yeah. The next question is from an old friend of mine, who I met in around like 2020. His name is 10 Senses Here, and he asks, what is my favourite movie that I've made? His is personally Serbian Chronicles. I just want to get this first part out of the way. If you're pretty, or not new, I took them down in like 2022, but if you come to this channel after that, you probably won't know what they are. And the trilogy of movies I made when I was 10, 11, in like 2020 to early 2021. A couple months before I released Ghost Mission. And they were terrible. They were cheap rip-offs of Boss Baby, just Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man movies, just random shit, not very good, terrible. The first one is the worst thing I've ever made. The third one admittedly isn't as bad as the other two, but like I'd say it's probably like on par with the first Bill's Mission, which I hate. Yeah, I took them down. They really didn't serve a purpose anymore on my channel. They were more a piece of its time, more than, yeah, like, they were very not good, bad films, I think. I think my new ones are a lot better, but I guess, you know, I probably would still be where I am without them, but I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't be. Anyway, now with the actual question, now I've established what they are. What is the favourite movie I've made? I think I've said this before in a video, I can't remember which one. But yeah, definitely the Tugs movie. I think that is it's a very character-driven movie, and I think that's probably the best kind of movie you can make. One driven by the characters, everyone I think all the characters are developed nicely. All the main ones have a nice character arc. I think Big Mickey is probably the best villain I've ever written. I'm just really proud of that movie. I think it's definitely my best one. And yeah, I don't know if I will top it with America Runs on Duncan, but who knows, right? Yeah. Anyway, so definitely the Tugs movie. Bill's Mission 2, I enjoyed Bill's Mission 2. I think it's way better than Bill's Mission 1. And it's a solid sequel. It does what a sequel should, build on the characters. And I think it did good at doing that. But yeah, it's nothing compared to Tugs, being honest. Like, yeah, I'm really proud of Tugs. I hope you guys are enjoying the prequel that's coming out right now. The next question is from BirdPie17, and they ask, who is my favourite Thomas character? And well, my favourite Thomas character is definitely my mascot, who I've had since I started, which is Oliver, the green fuck you're seeing on the screen, who's robbing you. Yeah, he's definitely my favourite. I like all his episodes. Escape, Toad Stands By is my favourite. I can't think of anything else. Oh, Oliver Owns Up, yeah, I really like him. Yeah, I just think he's definitely one of the better ones. He probably is my favourite, honestly. His next question is, I don't fucking know. The next question is, what is your favourite Thomas and Friends season? And the thing is, like, first of all, like I said, I haven't really watched much of Thomas recently, like, apart from an old episode or an old movie. Like, in the past 3 years, I've barely watched anything. I don't keep up with the show. There's some movie being directed by a guy named Mark Foster that's everyone's in denial about because it's not coming out, but yeah, I don't really know much. I don't really remember like the seasons individually. I can't remember them either. Like, I remember some of the episodes, but not like the seasons. Like, and yeah, that's also true. I don't remember like the seasons as like individually. I watch an episode and I'm like, oh, that's a good episode. I don't really know what season they're in. Like, yes, but I guess I do kind of know the like Brenner era seasons, kind of. I know which seasons they're in, and I'd say like my favorite seasons are either like season 5, because like that's just fucking cool, or probably like maybe even season 21. I have a lot of nostalgia for that, and I think some good stories mostly. And yeah, just really fun both seasons. So either one of them too. Probably leaning a bit more to season 5, but you know, depends on the day. And the last question is, what is my favourite Thomas and Friends movie? Now this is, I actually do know this one, and it's Tale of the Brave. And that is I think it's definitely the best one. It's about all three main characters. It's about their insecurities, and really just mostly like watching them bounce off each other, like, as you know, they develop in the film. It's a really good film, you know. I really like Thomas in that. He's not a cunt. James may go a bit too far at some point, but you know, he's still like, he's just kind of a jerk more than anything. So yeah, it's not too bad. And Percy, the POV character, he's a very good lead in this one. And it's also like, obviously when it's like a Thomas movie that's aimed for kids, you can't compare it to like actual movies. Like, you can't compare it to like, you know, an actual good movie, because, you know, obviously it's not going to hold up. It's a fucking kids film. Like, of course it's not going to be on par with actual movies. But I'd say like kids films have their own little categories to be rated by, like the moral, and this film has a very good moral. Like, being scared is okay, but being brave is literally about doing what you're scared of. Like, it's a very good message for little kids. Very good moral for them to learn. It's a lot better than some of the other morals this franchise has told, definitely. Day of the Diesels, Misty Island, like, not very good. But yeah, Tale of the Brave is definitely, I think, the best one. Yeah, definitely the best movie out of all of them. The next question is from a friend of mine named Steelworks Ryan, and his first question is, do I own any factory error items? That I own legally? No, I don't. That I've stolen? Yeah, I've got a couple. Nah, I'm joking. I don't have any at all. Yeah, that sucks. And his next question is, do you know where seaweed is stored? Yeah, I do know where he is. I know where he is. He is currently stored within... my ass! The next question is, can Thumper come back from the afterlife and say hi? And yeah, sure he can. See, I have a shelf just for the dead people in my series. Mickey would be there, but I'm using him right now, so... yeah. We've got Thumper right here.
Well, how to do?
The next question is from Timeless Engines, and he asks, thoughts on wet cardboard? Now, like any normal person, I have about 17 Google documents, in-depth analysis on wet cardboard, because, I'm normal. And I think it can definitely be useful, but it does have its downsides, and that is truly depressing. Truly depressing that such a great invention can have downsides. Truly very good idea, but people use it. Like, if it gets in the wrong hands, it can be worse than the atomic bomb. Wet cardboard is truly precious to humanity. Next question is from my friend Noah at Train Club, who I have done a few crossovers with in the past. Bill's Mission 2 and Bukaman 2. Yeah, and his first question is favorite Sudrian Chronicles movie. They're all shit, but still better than all of your videos put together. Next question is thoughts on his address. See, this is his house. It's a good house. I've been living there for the past 3 years. I live in the Evans. He hasn't caught on yet, but yeah. I blame everything I knock over on the cat, you see. And final question is, what do you sound like? I'm deaf. I sound like Elmo eating charcoal. The next question is thoughts on my address. Well, again, a lot of things happen. 45724 Fallbrook Lane. Wait, that rings a bell. Oh wait, that's where I accidentally fired the nuclear missile to. Well, to be fair, we can all make a few mistakes when we're high on crack, can't we? Yeah. The final question, thank God, is from someone named Train Studios. He's a friend of mine. And his first question is, if Thomas the Tank Engine characters were Avengers, which would be which? And I assume we're talking about the OG6 from Avengers Assemble and Engines 1-6, I guess. So let me think. Thomas would be Iron Man. Edward would be Captain America. Oh, Gordon would be... Wait. Either Gordon or Henry would be Thor. And either Gordon or Henry would be Hulk. I'd say Gordon would be Thor. Henry would be Hulk. James would be Black Widow. And Percy would be... Is he one? Oh, Hawkeye, yeah, they're both useless. So, it makes sense, right? Opinion on the Disney film Robin Hood. It's fine, I guess. What's the best film trilogy? Now there's a lot. There's The Dark Knight, Cars, what else is this? Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy, Planet of the Apes. The Godfather, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. I'd say if I had to say one, it would probably be Planet of the Apes, because they all flow into each other very well. And it's not like Guardians of the Galaxy, which I love that trilogy, but you have to watch 2 Avengers films to understand what happens in the third one. While these movies are just kind of, they're very. These movies, they're just you don't need to watch. You just need to watch these 3. Because they flow into each other so well. Like, all context is given just from these 3 movies alone. And that can also be given to, like, the Dark Knight trilogy, where you don't need any other films to understand what goes on there. But damn, that trilogy doesn't follow the same narrative for the whole thing. Each film is dealing with a different, like, premise, which the Planet of the Apes films do as well, but they're all following the same plot. It's the fall of humanity and dawn of the apes. And so they're all kind of the same film. Batman Begins is about Scarecrow. The second one's about Joker and Harvey Dent. The third one's about Bane and Catwoman. They're more of their own independent films and work on their own. Or Planet of the Apes, while they all work on their own, definitely, they're more successful as an actual trilogy. And the final question of this whole Q&A, there's rumours that Bukaman isn't going to be a trilogy and a 4th one will be happening. I will neither confirm nor deny, I'm denying, that a 4th Pokemon will happen, but we shall wait and see. It's not going to happen. And well, guys, that was the Q&A. Yeah, wow. Thank you all for your questions. Some of my friends took the fucking piss there, yeah. So fuck you all. I'll put pipe bombs in your intestines and I will shove nuclear bombs down your chimneys. But, anyway, thank you all for a great 5 years. YouTube has really taken up a lot of my life, and I'm happy for that. I really don't know what I'd be doing in life without it. Honestly, it's been over a third of my life doing this, and I've loved it. It's been really fun, and I can't wait. I don't know when I'm leaving. Probably I don't see a reason why I should end in the next few years. I'll keep going for quite a while. I don't have that much to worry about. But yeah, I'll hopefully be going for another 5 years, maybe even longer. And anyway, thank you all for watching this Q&A. Thank you for a lovely 5 years. You're all the best. And yeah, hope to see you all again soon. Bye.